Welcome, everyone. It is your boy,
Welcome, welcome.
Hollow Red, aka the one and only son of a machine gun, aka your mama's favorite pizza man, aka the king of the Southern Bay. It is I, and with me is my partner in crime, my sister, my confidant, the shoulder I leaned on in some of my darkest times, the person I went to Cuba with. None other than Lauren Nicole.
It's your girl Lauren Nicole. How you doing?
What's good? What's good? And with that, this is episode two
Oh,
of Creative Crunch. First episode. I don't know if you've been paying attention. First episode got like 25 views.
come on, 25 views. We need the audience clapping music to be overlaid on that part right
Yes, yes, we do.
there. Little
I
cherry
might, I might just, I might just put it on there. Who knows? It might have already been there, and the audience didn't even know that it wasn't there. But now they know. But either way, behind the scenes. Um, um, good job. I want to say good job to you. You know what I'm saying, my good friend. You did it. I did it, but I want to congratulate you. We did it together, but I'm giving my thanks to you for coming to this space with me. And I think we're off to a pretty good start. How you think?
And let me also extend that same good job to you. You know what I mean? I receive it and I send it back sevenfold. Amen. Um, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be here. I'm excited for us, man. We got some good stuff coming down the pipeline.
We do. Got some good stuff, good trips,
Yeah, man.
good sights.
Yo, speaking of Cuba,
Okay,
so to
okay.
the people who don't know us, okay,
All right.
7 years ago today,
Yes.
okay, 7 years ago today,
Golly number.
Ryan and I were on a Carnival cruise ship
Very
to
small.
Cuba, the smallest
The
of the
smallest.
fleet, in fact, right? Serious, and not even being dramatic because the port in Cuba could only handle the smallest of Carnival ships. So,
Yes.
and that was the bumpiest, skippingest ship I have ever been on.
Mm-hmm.
The captain was literally skipping on the waves, speeding back to the states.
I need to
So
get up out of here.
yeah. And a time was had. We had a good time. We almost got kidnapped. It's a
Yeah.
notorious story.
Yes.
Imagine getting kidnapped in Espanol, just like low key trafficked or whatever. Nothing major.
Nope.
Um, and we had some good rum and some good food and some good vibes. And I'm glad that we lived to tell the tale. And look at us all this time later.
This time later. And
Crazy.
I don't know if you remember, best mojito still to this day I've ever had was that mojito old
That's
boy made.
mojito.
That boy made that mojito. It took him at least 20
That
minutes.
man.
He put his soul into that mojito he made for us.
Shout out to the bartender.
Yes.
Shout out to the
I
bartender.
still got
I
the
hope he's
video.
doing well.
I hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean I have to ask the question.
Okay.
I have to ask the question.
Uh-oh.
In the last 30 days, from the last time we recorded to now,
Mm-hmm.
what have you been creating?
Shout out to the accountability check. We're not on accountability
No, no,
check.
no.
What have I been creating?
Just the last 30 days. How has your creativity been working for you?
In the last 30 days, things have been quite hectic.
Okay.
And so I actually have not had the opportunity to lean into a lot of my creative pursuits, unfortunately. I haven't really been posting on social media, but that's like a regular day for me, to be honest. And yeah, I really haven't like lifed in the last
Mm.
30 days. And so I'm just glad to be here. And hopefully I have a different report in the next segment for the next 30 days. So
Do you want to share any trespassers? Anything that's going on last 30 days with community? Anything you want to share,
um
light, little tidbits or
all I'm gonna say is keep your head on a swivel, people, at all times. keep your head on a swivel. You never know who's watching. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes no folk may be trying to get you.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so
Yes.
and so I'm alive, I'm well. That's really all I got. I
Okay.
don't even
Okay.
care for a story time. And then, all praises to the most high.
Yes. Most definitely.
So, I've been working on my relationship with the most high. Now that I've been
Okay.
locked in.
Lock it.
Locked in.
Lock
We
it.
here. We here.
That's to be. Okay.
Absolutely. What about yourself? What you been doing? What's the last 30 days been looking like? Clearly, so he's made emojis out of the pictures of his friends.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
I'm trying to
wait.
figure out how I text him, and you know how you can heart a message, you can love it, you can like it, you can
Yes.
laugh at it.
Uh-huh.
Why he responded like, why am I a response to my own text message?
Look, man. This is part of being the one and only son of Machine Gun. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Being close to me in my orbit is an anybody
Indeed.
that actually knows me knows that my friendship, my companionship, love that I give to everybody around me is it's look, man, ain't nothing like it. Feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you an emoji, and I'm gonna send it,
Oh
and I'm gonna
my
respond
goodness.
to you with you, and you know how you was feeling when you seen that picture. You know how I mean when you
I'm
took the
not gonna
picture.
lie.
When you took the picture, you know how you felt.
When I took the picture,
So you
facts.
know when I said the emoji, what the feeling was supposed to be.
Shout out to Alaska. That's yet another one. We was out there in the
Out there,
Alaskan
it was out there,
terrain,
it was
and
out there.
so yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Shout out to the people that lift you up. But and maybe that could be our topic for today. We can get into that. But my last 30 days has been up and down, work, school, um, you know, despair, new people. You know what I'm saying? New people have come around, and I try to be as open as I can when new people come into my life because maybe
Hmm.
God is trying to give me morsel or something from this.
I
But
feel that.
but overall, I'm not gonna lie. Somebody literally asked me yesterday, "Are you happy?" And I said, "Yes, I'm happy. I'm not satisfied,
Mm. I that
but I am happy.
yes.
I'm happy.
You know what? I feel I second that. I am happy,
Yes.
genuinely.
Okay.
Not satisfied, but ooh, come on, language.
Come on, we
Come
gotta do it.
on.
We gotta do because the journey is the most important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get so fixated on just destinations that we forget supposed to have fun on the journey. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We just talked about a time when we went to Cuba, you know what I'm saying, 7 years ago. So, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't millionaires. We made it happen. You feel me? I was going through a rough time in my life. My good friend here, um, there, and we took a trip, and you, let me tell you, like everybody watching, Lauren Nicole is not what's the word I'm looking for? Is not the most spontaneous person in the world. She don't just get up and just be doing anything. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like to think I'm spontaneous in my mind, but like I also need clear instructions, a little structure, and um, a heads up along the way.
You see what I'm saying? But anyway, so the fact that she took the chance, 'cause I kind of like, what did I call you on like a Wednesday, and we had to leave on like Saturday, so it was something weird like that, and we had to leave like a couple days, linked up, got on the ship, we left, and we had a great time, and it was dope.
And we did.
It was dope. And but it's just that's just what it is. I think um sometimes you just gotta accept, but you know what God has for you in your life at that moment and what it's gonna teach you. Because without if we didn't go on that trip, Even as well as we talk about it, there was some scary parts. There was some
Oh
like
yeah.
some real conversations we had and all this stuff. But I
Yeah.
just one thing I always remember from that trip that I think I know somebody's watching this like, they just be loving on each other so much. Ugh. But anyway, haters gonna hate. But it was um the ship was docked at Cuba overnight or like well into the night. And me and you both had decided we was not gonna be out here clubbing in Cuba
Oh no.
after the day we had after the attempted kidnapping. We were like, you
You
know
getting
what?
that ass
Let's
back
get
on the ship.
let's get on the ship. But me and you sat on the where we had a view of the whole city on the ship,
Mhm.
and we just sat and we just literally talked our life goals and just we started talking about random theories and stuff like we was just going. But I think that part is what I cherish about that trip because I think
Mhm.
I learned so much about you as a person, and I think our friendship just bloomed a lot, a lot, a lot.
Make sure my computer don't.
Oh Lord. But yeah, the last 30 days, man, it's been cool. It's been solid. It's like we gotta have to get a scale. Like if we do a scale, like on a 1 to 10, let's do 1 to 5. On a 1 to 5, it was like a 3. It was like we're going the course. We solid. We didn't get everything done, but we kept it moving.
You said the scale is 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll give it a. Mm, I'll give it a 2 on we got knocked off of our plan. You know what I mean? Like we had a plan, we were gonna do these things and da da da, and all of that just went up, and none of those things. But I'll actually give it a 5 in the redirection
Okay.
and like what I got out of it. And in this, I have learned to that I'm not in control of my life, and that when I surrender control, that things actually work out so much smoother than anything I could have ever planned.
Like it.
And so I've gotten like perspective about my life and who I am and how I show up, and for that I'm grateful. So to what you were saying about like meeting new people or connecting with people and being kind of like skeptical, a little apprehensive, but trying to not block your blessing at the same time, whatever that might look like. Um, because I think you get to a point where you go through so many things in life, relationships, connections, friendships, acquaintanceships, whatever. And you've had when you think back over some conversations and you're like, that person said that to me, or you rethink about certain people's intentions and you realize, yo, like I didn't catch that at the time, but there was ill intent in this thing that happened or was said or was done or whatever, that you can be nervous when it comes to meeting new people. But there's a time when like that's done. Like maybe that was for development, and then as new people come in, that you can trust yourself, that when you do start seeing things, to either cut that off, keep moving, or that some of the things that you're seeing are not necessarily bad things, that it's like, okay, wait, like there's actually goodness, and I don't have to be like on edge. I can flow, I can relax, I can vibe with whatever's here. And people are still people, people are still imperfect. So there might be things like those imperfections might show up in the connection. And that doesn't mean you have to take off running, or that doesn't mean you have to put the wall back up. It just means you may have to like adjust how you flow as you're learning them, as they're learning you. And so, um, you know, like you get hurt and then you are healing, but at some point, I mean, healing is a continuous thing, but there's a point where like you're not in the process of healing like you were in the beginning. Like you can flow with some of the parts that are already healed. Does that make sense?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just because you break your leg, say you can't can't walk on it months. After that, then time period where you're still healing, but when they crutches have a boot on your thing, so feel healing or hurt, but the processes you have to move in order to whatever it is.
Exactly. Exactly. And I will say, kind of going back to what you were talking about in Cuba, because we did have some very real conversations. But one of the things that stood out to me most, now that I'm at a place in my life where I can understand things from a different perspective, and the way that I learn best is by seeing both sides of things, or being able to see like the duality in a situation. And so we were in Havana, and Havana has this charm to it. Like it's
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful. It's
amazing,
absolutely beautiful. It's
amazing,
gorgeous. The people are beautiful, and the people look just like us,
very
which is
much
part
so.
of why we got our hands on that ship, because if that ship would have got took off, we would have had a time convincing them.
No, no, no,
Hey,
no. American. Yeah,
Americans, we're
yeah,
Americans. Take us home.
yeah. Whatever.
And they look just like us. Like, oh, this is not what you see in Miami. So, um, it's not. It's really
You're right.
not.
No, real
That was
talk, real
eye
talk, real
opening.
talk, real talk.
But as beautiful as it was, and it had this like old charm, like this historical beauty to it,
Mm-hmm.
there was also at the very same time this immense sense of poverty. Like the
Yeah,
people were so impoverished. It was low key sad. Like it was kind of painful to see. Like when you see pictures and calendar photos and these things where they're depicting Havana and the old cars, like yeah, that's beautiful. But like in reality, these people don't have a lot of the modern conveniences that we have. And I understand that in America, sometimes things are just, it's just a cultural difference. Like, okay, we just don't have that here. But I'm talking about actual poverty, to the point where as we were walking through the city, every few feet somebody was begging. Like
yeah,
you could not even walk through the streets comfortably because these people know that people are coming in from the outside, and this could possibly be an opportunity to get a few dollars or whatever for one reason
yeah.
or another. And so we joke about the whole kidnapping thing, but that's ultimately what it was. Like people are desperate because they
Mm-hmm.
need resources. And so seeing that duality, seeing both of those things, seeing beautiful structures and beautiful people in the same place as like this deep poverty, and understanding the history of why these people are in this predicament that they're in and not
Mm.
being able to fix it, was very eye-opening for me when I got back home. And it's just like, some of the things that we think we're struggling, we still better off
Very much so.
than a lot of people. So yeah, I just wanted to, that shifting perspective about the things that we enjoy or the things that we like, when like what I think is a fun vacation is somebody's reality of being like immensely impoverished.
Yeah, their opportunity for a score.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to pivot a little bit from the sadness, um, we, just
Sorry,
a
I
little
wasn't
bit.
trying to take us off
No,
the
no,
sadness.
it's hey. Sometimes you have to go there, but
Just lessons learned in Cuba. That's all.
lessons learned in Q. I think we just hey, look. I think it is great. We just because I mean we've known each other for quite some time, and I think it's gonna be a lot of that on the show. Just stories about our us and other people that we've interacted with.
Indubitably.
Because we know so many of the same people. And with that, I think we should talk about hopefully not getting kidnapped, but meeting new people.
Hmm.
And as a
Hmm.
creative, what does that look like? How can you use that to your advantage, and how to try to avoid the pitfalls of whatever pitfalls those could be? Do you have anything off the top?
Um, when you say, what are you thinking when you say pitfalls?
I mean, anything could be a pitfall. When I say I'm thinking like especially if you're in a new creative space, like a space that you're not familiar with and you're growing in
Mm-hmm.
that space. For example, us in podcasting, even though me and you both have had podcasts before this is a new podcast. So now we have to grow a new audience, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Luckily for us, we have experience. But you know, when you first did that first one, the first thing you always got to go, how you gonna do this? How you, do I pay for this? Do I do this?
Yeah.
Do I pay for this? What do I pay for? What can I get for free? What resources are there? You know what I'm saying? And it's the pitfalls could be you could listen to the wrong person. That's one big one. Listen to a
I
wrong
feel that.
person. Or listen to somebody who doesn't have any enterprise or any skin in the game of what you're speaking about. Um
Mm-hmm.
I think any advice could be good, but always take it with a grain of salt. Do your research. Um, I always say never blindly just follow people. Always,
Right.
always do your research. Always um, know for yourself what you're
Mm.
trying to do because ultimately it's gonna fall on you. And
Right.
I mean, even recently with you for all the fans, of course, we talked about this last week. You have an Etsy shop,
Right. Right.
and I came to you about some questions that my aunt asked me to ask you when she found out that you had an Etsy shop. And so it's like, you know, she knows that you're a trusted source because my people. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
she was like, okay, I got all these questions. And you got to think, with how long has she had questions and how long has it been stopping her from opening
From
a
yeah.
Etsy shop? You know what I mean? So that's what my
Mm-hmm.
pitfalls is like. Sometimes we can have these doubts, questions, and whatever, so much so that it'll stop us from actually doing the thing.
Mm. Okay. Um, I think that the main thing is to constantly be working on your sense of self and learning and knowing yourself. So, the more solid you are in terms of knowing who you are, I think that helps with not being easily swayed by the thoughts and opinions of other people.
Hmm.
And also, if you're able to stand firmly in yourself, you can hear thoughts, opinions, advice, whatever, from people that you don't necessarily agree with. And it doesn't have to be upsetting to you. You can literally just like hear it as information and, take the meat and spit out the bones or whatever the case may be. So I think that's a good starting place just in life in general.
Mm.
And so then when it comes to meeting other people, I think you're able to show up in the connection from a genuine space, and it doesn't necessarily need to be transactional, like what am I going to get from this person. But as a creative, I think there's just this natural sense of wanting to know people beyond the surface
Yes.
and kind of know what they're into, and then being able to connect with those parts of them that are similar to those things in yourself. And um and I think that's amazing. That's an amazing thing to be able to like see people. This is one way to like see people. But I think one of the pitfalls is, I guess, just with people in general, is not really knowing what other people's intentions are, for one. 'Cause
Ooh.
everybody doesn't mean well.
Ooh.
But um, but that's what I was saying earlier about, like, you get to a point in your journey where you can start recognizing those things before they become
Yeah.
detrimental to you.
Mm.
Um, and and then when you know yourself and you develop boundaries, you are like, okay, when I see certain things, that's done. Like, I don't have to. I don't need certain conversations. I don't need whatever. I think one of probably one of my biggest things, I think I get real comfortable real quick.
Okay.
And because I have like this, like on my TikTok and
Mhm.
on my Instagram, I have like this cousin sister friend persona. And that's what I say on in my TikTok video. Like, hey, this your cousin sister friend. But um because I'm able to see other people very quickly, very early on, like see people. But everybody doesn't want to be seen. Everybody doesn't want to be known.
Mm.
And some people who are creatives are not even really in that space in themselves to where like you and me walk around and as we're meeting people, we're like, I do these things. It's like we're proud of our work and we tell people like, or the moment, you're in conversation, you hear somebody say something about a podcast. It's like, oh, you be doing podcasting or music, like, oh, I got, whatever. But some people are not there. Some people are not there. You'll talk about a book and they will be sitting on their library. They got a whole library at home and they don't open that up. So
Mm.
um I think I don't know. I'm still learning how to just let people be people. Let people be people and find where I fit with that. And like some people are open and welcome. And in those spaces where I'm welcome, I get comfortable. And in those spaces where the person is kind of like, yeah, then I don't.
Well, I think for this prompt that I just sprung on you randomly, I think a better question is when you're starting a new project, and I think the creatives at home and around the world, the millions of fans that we have, when you're starting a new project, do you just sit in and rely on yourself? Do you look for help? Do you do a mix of both? What is your approach to creation? Or are you just, hey, you know what? I just need me. Let me focus. Or are you you know what? Hey, let me get this person I know that does this. This person I know. Like, how do you like to?
Okay, so I do both. Definitely do both. There are some things that I feel confident to do by myself,
Mhm.
and then there are other things where, like, if I know somebody, I definitely will like tap their shoulder and ask them certain things, or just try to get some perspective. And then I'm a researcher, like literally professionally, so
Mhm.
I'm I'm gonna find out what I don't know so I can get some more information. Like that's my default. So I use my resources, but I also trust my knowledge because I'm always learning, always learning new things. And yeah, and I just go from there. And then I'll also say when I'm starting a new project, I'm not afraid to start with what I have. So I used to do that thing where it's like you have to have all the pieces and all the parts,
Mhm.
and then and it's like I'll start with the crappy mic and then get me a better mic later. I'll
Yes.
start, with these things that are not perfect just so I can get momentum going towards the thing. Yeah.
And I apologize
But
to
what about you?
everyone. I apologize to everyone about my camera. I will be getting a new one soon. Don't 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 laugh.
Stop
Don't laugh.
it.
Don't laugh. But anyway,
Stop it. You're
me
fine.
for a long time, I'm a community person. I love building with others, and I'm very much in the spirit of the African proverb: if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with a crowd.
Go together. Yeah.
And so
Hmm.
it's just that I want all of us to win. But then I turned 30. I don't know what it was about me turning 30. A switch like turned in my head. It was really 28, but right around 30, that's when I started looking around and going, "Oh,
Uh-oh.
y'all ain't gonna act right." And if I wait on you, it's never gonna get done.
Don't get far. Yeah. Yeah.
So my process of trusting myself to do things on my own is a journey in itself. Um,
Hmm.
it's strange when everyone tells you you're amazing and wonderful,
Mm.
and you feel ordinary all the time. I don't think that I'm the most good looking guy. I'm not the tallest. I'm not the like music. I'm not the best singer. I'm not. Look, I be rapping. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not the best rapper. I'm not the, but it's just,
Yeah.
but I think I do. I have a certain something that nobody else, a gravitas that nobody brings. But it's even acting, even anything, it's hard to even quantify what I do. And I think that's a special thing, and a, there's a catch 22 with it.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
but yeah, so it's kind of like it's hard sometimes to trust that you're the ish. You're the ish. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to for a while. I was into myself. I was into myself. Heavy early 20s. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I was splashing and dashing all over the city. I was doing everything, feeling myself. I was, I was wilding. But you know, God will humble you. And
And will. And
so
will.
I got humbled
Yes.
so hard that it took literally years for me to even look at myself in the same way again. Um, and that's hurtful. But and when we talk about like especially like relationships and stuff, we always think about it as a life thing. We don't think about it like creation. Like if you feel like you're the best painter and somebody knocks you down and makes you feel like nothing, how can you paint again like you are the best painter in the world if you don't even believe it on the inside anymore? So it's like that. It's like it affects everything. So like all my everything was affected.
Yeah.
My music, my acting, poetry, you know what I'm saying? Just anything that I was willing to do or into or just that brought me joy, you know, didn't
Mhm.
even want to do it, honestly. Um, so that's another thing with, having people around in your processes. There can be negative effects of relationships, even not even romantical. It could be platonic or anything, and things
Absolutely.
can turn. We see friends fall out because of business all the time. You know what I mean? So it's just like it can be, and that's even the conversation me and you had when we first started all this.
Mhm.
And it's
Right.
just like, um, that can affect the creation in itself. Other people in your space, in your creative space especially, can affect you positively, negative. So it's just really have to tread lightly. Some things are
Yeah.
some things are unaffordable though.
Yeah. It's crazy because our stories are like mine is the opposite. So I went from being like very, very independent, and then now I'm more community oriented. So I'm learning to, nourish my connections more. Like it took me a long time to understand the importance of networking and like the true value of networking. Like I've heard about it, but I didn't lean into it. I was trying to run away from people. I was isolating and all this stuff. And now I'm like, oh, when you curate a really solid network, like that's the part, like you can be in control of it and you can curate it. That's amazing. But like you said, something about 30. I tell people all the time, if you're not 30, put your seatbelt on. Okay. Something about that 30th year. Okay. It's like I tell people it's like stepping through a portal. It's just some things that just like almost overnight. It's like some things start clicking, some things start falling into place, things start
Yeah,
falling apart. Like that 30th year humbled the hell out of me. You hit me. And
yes,
like you said, it definitely does kind of it sometimes it takes and I think it just happens with age anyway, but sometimes it takes years to recover. I think the older you are, the longer it takes you to recover from certain things. But it has taken me to now, 2 years later, to finally like settle into a place where I'm like, okay, I can start doing the things. And exactly that. Like when you get humble in life, creativity where? Creativity what? You can't put your heart into it when your heart broken. What you
oh
putting
damn.
up there? Some pieces?
Mm.
But you gonna make a mosaic?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You gonna make a mosaic with the pieces?
But
Like
look, hey,
I can't
hey,
think about this.
but hey, but the funny thing is that there are those people, and I think this is why we revere them so much, that can have the heartbreak, they have the pain, can have all of that, and they can push through and still deliver,
Yeah, some of the
still
best stuff comes out
give
of
us
the most broken. Yeah,
give
facts.
us good music. Well, you know what I'm saying, you know, what is it? I remember Brett Favre, awkward, but I remember Brett Favre's father passed away, and in the Monday Night Football game, right after he threw like 5 touchdowns in the
Mm,
first half or something, and it was like I remember watching it, and I was getting emotional because you could tell that he was emotional, and it's just like loss, heartbreak, all that stuff. It could bring the best out of you if you allow it, but you don't have to. Like, it's okay to take some time. It's okay to take a step
yeah,
back because we also don't want to get burned out. that,
facts, facts.
that burnout is
Mm-mm. No, I believe if you need a minute, take a minute, and if that minute is 3 months, take it.
most definitely. And I don't want to get too much into burnout. I want to do us to do a whole episode on burnout, but um,
Okay.
definitely. I think that was a good little talk right there. Um,
Right.
it got real emotional. I wasn't expecting it.
Little life lessons
Little
on the
life,
Creative Crunch podcast.
creative crunch.
We remember this is a space where we're supposed to be doing work, so I hope that we are body doubling while you getting some stuff done.
Please,
If not, go and pick up that broom. Go and get to washing them dishes and doing them clothes. Like you supposed to be. We working. We working.
working, working. We just talking,
X.
getting things done.
Mm-hmm.
Friend,
It's that time.
my sister. It's that time. Your
Uh oh.
favorite, your favorite, your favorite segment. My favorite segment.
I'm ready. Accountability
Accountability
check
check.
in.
Accountability check. I'm gonna do something like that. That'd be dope.
I like it.
We gotta get you to do some all our segments. We gotta get you to make some graphics for them, and then I'll put them up on our thing when we doing it live. I'll put them
Okay.
up. You want to go first? You want me to go first? What's up?
I will go
Uh oh.
first. We'll go
All right.
first.
So I'm not gonna lie. Hold up. So did you write down what I said I was gonna do? Because I wrote
I
down
did.
I wrote down what you said you was gonna do. Let's
Okay.
let's
Okay.
go through it.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Hey, not just you pod. How that going?
So the Not Just You podcast is going well.
Okay, season
We
two.
just season two. We just dropped episode 3 of season 2 last Friday.
Hey,
And so it would be up there as episode 13. And so that's going well. We've been marketing that on TikTok and on Instagram.
seen it.
And it's funny, you said in your conversation about something you said a little bit ago is something that we actually touched on. So that episode is called Shoulda Woulda Coulda, a lesson on intent. And
Mmm.
yeah, it's so good. Like we got to like the root of some things. So just kind of talking about making plans in life, kind of looking back over your life like, man, I should have, because hindsight is 2020,
Ooh.
and then talking about what our motivations are behind some of the plans that we set. Like, why are you even doing these things? And then how at the root of much of the things that we strive for is that we trying to be good enough.
Mm.
So check that episode out. It is, if you're on my Instagram, go into my link tree. You can find us on all your favorite platforms.
Most definitely. And just like with the last episode, I put all of our me and your links in the description box. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it's in the description box. If you're listening to it, I'm sorry, go to YouTube. It's in the description box. Because you know that YouTube has a podcast feed. That's what our podcast is in. Our podcast is in the YouTube podcast feed. I don't know what this
That's dope.
feeds in. I don't know what it feeds into, but Go YouTube. I'm gonna look into it more,
Go
but
YouTube. Okay.
go YouTube. That's But anyway, okay. So that's a check. Everybody hit ding. Yes,
Ding.
positive. Okay, getting sales on your TikTok shop Etsy.
Okay, so I did not market. I said I was gonna market. I did not market. But I have been getting some sales on both my TikTok and my
Hold on,
Etsy. Thank
hold
you
on.
to all of the people that have supported, all of
Come
the
on.
people that are, patronizing and giving business. I'm so grateful. If you haven't, go check that out. I have Get Well Soon tea. It is a immunity and recovery tea.
Yes.
So, a cold front finna hit the states.
Mm,
At hot and cold, you start feeling a little something in your throat. Going to make you some herbal tea. Okay.
there it is.
So
Okay.
yes, shout out to the people um, marketing via word of mouth. Now that has been happening, but I do need to tighten
So
up a little.
my thing says getting sales and you getting sales. So I'm gonna give it a check.
Thanks.
All right.
Ding.
Oh, I see market right here. Never mind. Awkward. That's a 0.
Mhm. That's okay. Oh,
All right. Logos posted.
okay. So I made the logos are posted. The logos are posted, and then I made a YouTube banner, but I haven't posted it yet. But it is made, so that is one of the creative things that I've done in the
Hey,
last 30
shout
days.
out, shout
I
out,
did do that. I did
shout
do
out.
that. So
And let's
that'll be up.
and let me give you your flowers. You know, I do most of the brunt work when it comes to recording, but after recording, you the one that come go through it, cut up the different pieces and stuff, and we send it around, and then that's how we get them. So look, I'm giving you points for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a good partner, for being accountable. If I come to you, you're always there. You're ready to listen, even if you're not ready to talk. I appreciate it. So I'm gonna give
If
you.
you know, you know.
I'm gonna give you a check for that one. Start your CERT program.
I did. I
Oh,
did start. I did. I did. Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Talk
So
to us.
I'm still gonna hold that one for a little bit
Okay.
because I need to be accountable to myself to like get through it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna share a little bit more about that as we go along. But I did start it.
So everybody at home, y'all know what noise we making? Okay. See now I gotta give me a soundboard. I'm gonna start soundboarding sound effects. Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Marketing marketing Creative Crunch.
Yes, so I did
Good,
chop
good.
up
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
video,
You did the videos.
and we do have videos on
And
Instagram,
all of
and I
them on Instagram.
did TikTok.
And
Yeah.
they're also on our YouTube. The chopped up videos are also on our YouTube.
Oh, you made shorts? Oh, that's
Yeah, I
awesome.
mean we have YouTube shorts with us talking, you know, doing our thing,
Love to see
looking
it.
like the black and white video. It's black, it's white.
You're so
Yeah,
silly.
yeah, yeah.
My
Rest in
goodness.
peace to the king. Let me see. Launching? What does it say? Launching? Launching, not season 2, not just about you. Okay. Yep. And you already did that. We already went over that. Okay. So I'm looking.
Hmm.
1, 2, 5, 6. You 5 out of 6. I think 5 out of 6 check marks. Only one X is market in the T, but you still got the sale. So technically, that's a half. I'm gonna keep it real. I think it was a successful 30 days. Everybody clap for my dog.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. Hmm.
Okay. Is it my turn?
It's your turn. All right. So you were supposed to get your securities license.
I have not gotten the actual license, but
Okay.
I have done all of the prerequisites and I'm just waiting on the license to come.
Okay. So okay. All right.
I
All right.
did
That's
everything to
good.
do it. I did everything. I
You
took all
did
the
the
tests.
things.
I did all the stuff, classes. And we in there.
You did the thing. Okay. Congratulations. We love to see it. So I have security license and new job. And so that's the new job that's going to come when you get the license.
Come on now, you get it.
All
Other,
right. Cool. All right. So then you were supposed to look into PhD programs. Where
yeah,
we
I
at
ain't
with
gonna
that?
lie. No, I ain't gonna lie. That's the one. That's the one. I flip it and dipped. I didn't do it at all.
Okay.
I ain't
Okay.
do it. Sorry.
We're going to come back to it. We'll
We
check on
gonna
it in 30
come
days.
back to. I'm gonna put it
We
on. It's
come
gonna
back.
be on my list this.
Okay. All right. You were supposed to take more pictures.
And you know what's funny? When accountability. Let me tell you about accountability, y'all. Look at me. Look at this screen. When accountability is coming, it'll push you. It'll push
And
you
it will.
to make
And
sure
it
that you do
will.
something. Because not only I have been randomly, because I have a my little cousin Mama, she low key a little model, and she just be sitting sometimes, and then I'll be like, oh, stay right there, grab my camera, and take some pictures of her real quick. Boom, the avant
Okay.
garde of it. You know what I'm saying? I did something like in
Mhm.
her bedroom. I did something in the living room the other day. So yes, I have been taking more pictures. I have.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool.
We're gonna get the soundboard. We're
Exactly.
gonna get the soundboard. It's
Yes.
gonna be everybody's favorite part, I could tell.
All right, and then the last thing I have for you is to make a framework for a short skit.
I
Mm,
ain't gonna lie. I
okay.
forgot about that one. I thought my last one was finish writing this song, but and I did that. I literally rewrote the whole song. But okay, make a thing for a short skit. Gosh
Make a
dog
framework
it.
for a short skit.
I didn't write it down. I have one, but I
All
didn't
right.
write it down. So that's on me. That's on me. I'll be more
And that's
accountable.
okay. That's okay. So that's 1 out of 4. Okay. Um, so we're gonna follow up with getting that actual license and a new gig that come with it. We're gonna look into some PhD programs and we're gonna get that framework for that short skit. We'll come back around to it. So
Um,
okay. It's on the way. Mm-hmm. Not on the accountability
you can't
check-in.
miss. Can't miss. I can't.
No.
It's love. It's love.
Exactly. You
Cause
can't do
I'm
that.
just cause I'm not even lying to y'all. I'm lying to myself. I'm not even
Right.
lying to you. It don't matter to you. It don't matter if I did it to you. It's for me.
It's for you.
Cause I be telling kids, they're
But
talking
it's
to
why we
kids when they be doing
here.
stuff. I be like, oh, you think I'm? Oh, you think this is for me?
Right.
No, doing this for you. Outline.
Or a skit.
Okay.
Get into it.
All right.
All
So
right. So that's the accountability check-in. So if
now,
you listening,
mm-hmm.
did you keep your word to yourself from the last 30 days? And if not, tighten up. Now let's get into it. Go ahead.
Look, and also y'all, hey, right in the comments, right in the whatever's
Discord.
the Discord, let us know what we're going to be accountable for in the next 30 days so we skew as well.
And
We
we
going
will.
through
You know, we
ours.
could put it on the episode.
We going through ours. We gonna go through yours. We gonna give you your dings, your and your hands. But it's okay. It's okay. Make it. We gonna
Right.
next part is now next 30. What are we gonna do? I think I'll go first.
Go ahead. Okay. Okay.
Get my license.
Okay. Mhm.
Going to look at PhD program.
You got an unfair advantage.
I'm gonna do the outline for the skit. Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to next 30 30 miles. 30 miles.
Okay. Oh, that's big. That's a mile a day. You got that.
Doing it.
Okay. So
Doing
you're
it.
going to run or walk 30 miles. I like it. I like it. You know what? I'm going to match you.
Come on.
I'm going
Hold
to
on, hold on.
match you. So that's all of yours?
You got the Nike app. You got the Nike running app.
And do?
We can become friends and we can do the Creative Crunch challenge. Up with it. Oh, you can let the people know.
Okay.
People know.
We're going to do a Creative Crunch challenge in the Nike app and do 30 miles in the next 30 days. I like it. All right. So I'm also putting the run walk 30 miles challenge. So that'll be one of mine.
Like it.
All right. So coming from my first list, I'm going to post at least 2 videos marketing my tea. And I don't have any on Instagram, so I have to market the tea on Instagram. Marketing tea 1. Okay. Let's see. What else do I need to do? Um, oh, um, I'm going to I'm gonna get to at least section 3 in my certification program. And I'm gonna listen to 1 audiobook. I'm probably gonna do more than that, but this is my at least 1. I can be accountable for at least 1 audiobook. Um and 1 more.
Okay, I'm with you.
Maybe I'm doing too much. Let's see. You got 4. That's 4.
I say if you add one more, I'll add one.
You add more? Okay, so 1 more. I am going to paint.
That's what I
I
want.
might not complete a piece. It might not be great, but I have to pick my paintbrush up. So I am going to paint.
And
Okay.
I will 8 3 new designs on Shopify, music group Ronalds versus Unicorns have Shopify shop, sell shirts, and been down for some time. People been asking me to open it back up so they could buy to make 3 new designs, open it up, or 3 new design. I'm just made 3 new designs, whether it Ronalds versus Unicorns, color palettes, because I have some ideas for color palette stuff, or it's Creative Crunch. 3 new designs for one of those, one a piece.
Okay.
So we can get.
You know, I totally forgot I also have a merch I totally forgot I have merch. I totally forgot about it. It's look in that humbling year. That's another thing that I went to the side because I had some t-shirts and some hoodies and stuff that I had designed. I use Printify, so that's not gonna be in the next 30 days. But that's gonna have to come back. We're gonna run that back with some new designs as well. So we'll get back to it.
Trying to
We'll
get,
get back
I'm
to it
trying to get that
eventually.
Christmas.
Get some Christmas coins,
You know
friend.
what I mean? I'm trying to get some people who got some
Shoot.
money to, October you get paid 3 times this month. Feel me? So, up, up, some of that
All
money.
right. All right. So we had the last 30 days. We got the next 30 days. I'm very excited about the run walk challenge.
Yes,
Very excited about it.
got it. We got to healthy, man. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be in Puerto Rico.
You know what? That's facts.
I mean, I've already invited you, but
Indeed.
but but,
Indeed.
but Tokyo in June. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
You can only do
Mm-hmm.
so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be out there with a tea back on.
Send help.
What?
Send help.
Have my tea back on?
And that ain't none of my business.
There it is.
You
We
know,
out here.
double cheeked up on a Thursday, clearly.
Come on now. Fan and cheek.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so accountability check, I think, in the most important section of the show, we're gonna talk about stuff, our experiences, but ultimately, we're here to co-work with each other and hey, come in, get inspired, put us in the back, get some things done.
X.
If it's just cleaning up the house and doing laundry, get some things done.
Yes.
We're charging you today 30 days to just do that.
Do the
Um,
things you said you was gonna do.
said you was gonna do them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I new segment alert. Segment alert. Segment alert. Oh well. Hold on. First, two
Ba,
things.
ba, 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 ba.
Two things. Two things. Two things. So we have a new
All right.
segment, and we have a Critter Crunch family. So
Shout out.
should we? I think you know what the new member of the family. I think we could wait
Let's
on
do that.
that. Let's wait on it a little bit.
Okay.
Let's get the logistics. God, I
I'm
would
excited
let's
for you, girl.
let's invite it.
Okay.
Let's invite them on so that maybe they could talk about it a little bit for the next episode or something. We should invite them on
Okay.
so they
I
can
like it.
introduce themselves to the
Mm-hmm.
audience. But besides that, um, as creatives and people that's just getting things done, that's what we're here for. I think we should, and I do music, I act and paint, and Ace in personal role. I just feel like we know so many dope people. Let's just
Indeed.
shout out some dope people. So you know what I'm saying.
Indeed.
Um, Lauren had a good name for the segment. What
Um, creators to watch for.
it is the one
So we're gonna start highlighting some creatives that we know, some creators that we know in our network, and if you guys know anybody who's dope, please feel free to drop in our Discord and give somebody a shout out so that we can make sure that we are loving up on people who also doing some dope work out here. As the great Issa Rae said about networking across, you know what I mean? You reach across and then we move up together, showing some love and some highlights to folks that doing their thing.
of it.
So I want to give a shout out to. We already told y'all about the Not Just You podcast, but my fantastic co-host, her name is Keziah Pipes, and she is a poet, a writer.
Okay.
She is an author. She does writing workshops. And she is actually working on the Kickstarter for her second children's books.
Nice.
So she's already written a children's book. That one's out. And then, so we'll drop her information in the description as well. So you
Yes.
can check her out and go look at her work. And she's doing the Kickstarter for her second children's book called Can't. And so, amazing. She also has merch and is doing her own thing as well. So I just want to show her some love. Hey, friend. And yeah, I'll get into it.
Most definitely. And I, head low, unfortunately, have not listened to Not Just You
And that's okay.
podcast yet. Yet. But
It's okay.
one, it's not just me.
It's not just you.
Uh, But I definitely do plan on checking it out now that especially now that I know more. I didn't know she was a poet. Now hold on, now me and her can go
Well,
back.
she's very talented. She
Me and
got
her can go.
albums
Me
on
and,
Spotify.
me and her can go back and forth now. Do it now.
We can look. Don't count me out now. We can do a cipher.
Oh,
Heck, I've been off the
see,
game for a little bit, but my pen
good.
has a little ink in it.
You could come back.
So
You could come back. But just so everybody knows, offline, me and Lauren have been talking about like different things that we can do besides the podcast. Because I know it's once a month is kind of wild. So we just thinking about a little
right.
more, maybe smaller things, maybe 10, 15, 20-minute videos that we could do to help get y'all engaged. Help see why this is a good place to be. Put your roots down, come vibe with us. And of course, we got, like I said, we got somebody else coming in doing some other stuff. I think it's really dope. So we 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 got some stuff coming. We got some, like as Lauren says,
Yeah.
we got some things coming down the
Some
pipe.
things coming down the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you want to come in and do something and be part of the community as we expand and grow together, shoot us an idea.
Ooh, okay, like it.
Shoot us an idea. Yeah.
Where I know my head is big naturally, but from an egotistical standpoint, no bigger, or smaller than anybody. I'm definitely network, go create, go work. Community
Yeah.
we trying to build. It's gonna take time, of course, but us reaching our arms way out. Just come
Yeah.
mess with us.
Yeah.
Got a couple people in the Discord already. Everybody that's in already, appreciate you. Reckless, I see you. Maya, I see you. All them.
Yeah, man. Get active. Get active. But thank y'all for joining us. So, we're going to catch y'all next time. Thank you for tuning in if you made it this far. And I hope we got some stuff done. And until next time, family.
Till next time. Hey.